Hello everyone, happy Friday, and welcome to this week's edition of the Friday 5. This week on the Friday 5, we are talking about iPods, or MP3 players in general. Now, I would show you one, but the thing is, I don't have one on this trip. Shocking, right? Actually, when I meet lots of travelers and people in general, and we get on the topic of iPods, and I mention that I don't have one for a one-year trip around the world, they're usually shocked. Which I find shocking because, well, they used to never exist, and people did. But yeah, before I left, I did a lot of thinking and asked a lot of different people about whether I should bring an iPod or not. And at the end of the day, I decided to leave home without it. So I thought I would give you this Friday the 5 reasons why I think it's good to leave your iPod at home. If I don't have an iPod on me, it can't go missing. I'm already worried enough about my wallet being stolen, or my passport being stolen, or my camera being stolen, or my bag going missing in general. So, if I don't have an iPod, I don't have to worry about the iPod. Whoa! By not having those iPod headphones in my ear, I actually feel that not only am I more safe, but my stuff is more safe. Because when I sit on a train, if I have my iPod in, I'm lost in the music in my head. But without that, I'm aware of pretty much everything that goes on around me. If someone bumps me, or, my bag moves a little bit, I notice it, because I'm not lost in the music that is in my ears. Also, by wearing iPod headphones, you're telling someone that you have something valuable on you, and usually that's when they want it. So, I don't have to fear that someone's going to see the headphones in my ears and think I have stuff that's worth stealing. 3! I am totally more approachable. Have you ever tried to strike up a conversation with someone who has headphones in their ears? Yeah, it's not easy. But if I don't have headphones, I'm totally game to talk with whoever. 2! I find having no iPod is quite liberating, really, because it tends to become a sort of crutch in some sense. So, you're on a bus and it's really hot, or the bus ride is going on forever and you're uncomfortable, or you're bored and you have nothing to do. So, on goes the iPod, you're lost in the world of music. But because I don't have that, I have to find other ways to pass the time and preoccupy myself when there's really nothing going on. So, you have to get quite creative. I've had amazing, very strange conversations on buses and trains and planes with people, whereas otherwise I may have just been listening to my iPod. What? And probably the biggest reason why I left my iPod at home is that I am on this trip around the world to experience everything I can. So, the tastes, the smells, the sights, the touch, and the sounds, the hearing. And if I have my iPod in, I'm cutting out one of those senses. I know that if I walk down the street with my iPod in back home, and then again, without my iPod in, I have a completely different experience because of the things that I hear around me and what they do to the cityscape that I'm walking through. So, probably the biggest thing for me was that I didn't want to bring something along that would take away from the experience that I'm having. And that would be my iPod. So, I left it at home. And there you have it, folks. Another Friday 5. I think this might be the 40th Friday 5. It's a lot of Friday 5s, which is pretty cool. But, on that note, thank you for watching. Would you bring your iPod, or would you leave it home? I want to know. Leave that in the comments below, because I haven't met anyone else who's left their MP3 player at home. That makes me unique. Are you unique? See you next Friday!